At the time I began recording and editing this, it's about 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, January 10th, 2019. Approximately 14 now, hours before the deadline for submission. Okay, let's get this over with. Okay, I gotta go quickly, so please try and stay with me. Hi, my name is Ethan Greeno, and I'm a member of the Southwest Drama Department, and I'm also responsible for editing the documentary for a narrative that we filmed. A basic plot summary of the narrative is that it follows a boy trying to cross the border, and with that sort of context that involved us going to the border. But I'll get to that eventually. For now, let's look at some of the initial shenanigans we got into before that.
What's up, guys? My name is Cold, but you guys can call me Decap, also known as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, I've got to be completely honest with you all. This footage was initially going to be used for a second narrative. We decided we'd film one on the side while filming the main one, and kill two birds with one stone. But I've pretty much decided to just use it as a documentary because it serves a better purpose.
I am frío. Okay, yeah, that's enough of that method acting, buddy. Are you gonna...
No more of that.
Yeah, you gonna cut it out?
Speak our language.
What was that?
Crack my window.
Oh! What's up, guys? We almost died in a car accident.
Well, we took the opportunity to use this little incident as a plot motivator or foreshadowing in the narrative. It did foreshadow reality in some aspects.
We're here. Yeah, well, this is part of the experience, you know? We are here. Drones prohibited. Yeah. There goes our drone.
Filming at the Salt Flats was definitely an interesting experience for everyone involved. It was like going to the beach except there being no water besides the puddles left behind by rain. It definitely made for interesting scenery and shots both by drone and ground, but on the contrary, it was very cold, wet. I almost got frostbite and everybody got colds as a result. It's a give and take. Anyways, on to the next one.
Border Patrol.
There's the border.
Keep this in mind for later. It's foreshadowing.
Alright, now we're getting down and dirty.
Rio Grande. Let the Girl Scouts.
Put that away, I have to pee.
Ethan? Ethan? Ethan!
The Rio Grande was a whole other mess entirely, and I'm not talking about the river. The walk there, the path, was treacherous, to exaggerate. It was a lot longer than I would have expected, and it was very muddy. My shoes are still muddy. Ugh. Anyways, when we got there, it was actually pretty cool, because I had never seen the river with my own eyes, and standing only a few feet away from it, really, I don't know, it was interesting. But what was more interesting was us being able to utilize it as a backdrop to more scenes that we were filming. It was very beautiful, in a sort of weird way. Afterwards, we headed back to the vehicle for our final location.
Despacito.
Danny, you know it sucks.
Look, guys. Despacito. I love that. This is what our day has led up to.
108081.
It's gonna be like at least three minutes until like a few border patrol warnings. Just like pull up.
Going to the border to actually film is what I believe defined this experience for everyone involved in the production of the narrative. It was unique from the previous locations in that it was somewhere I kind of believe we weren't necessarily allowed to film. the previous locations were us going into the wilderness or forests to record, but here we were actually right next to a federal infrastructure that might not have wanted us to be there. So we went there, we recorded, and it was definitely something. I don't know if I liked it or not, but it was definitely something. But I hope you remember that foreshadowing earlier, because then the remarkable happened.
Don't film like that. Just
We got stopped by Border Patrol. But don't worry, after explaining them why we were there filming, they just let us off, not even with a warning. But that concludes the filming of the narrative, or the behind the scenes anyway. At the end of it all though, I guess I'm supposed to leave you all with a lesson or a moral to learn from this. Well, I guess I can give you a few. Be with friends. Go on adventures or anything that you find fun together. Take risks. Do things that maybe aren't allowed. Nothing too extreme, but something that can suffice. But most of all, have fun while you do it. Well, if you can excuse me, I've got a documentary to submit. So, later.
It's not